Yeah, come down
What
here.
do we got here? We got
Just me and you, man.
Scan and Dandy, right? I just want to update my shit. That's all.
Are you ready?
Um, no,
I'm gonna press OK. We'll be right back after a commercial
no,
break.
no. It's not a commercial. I'm just updating
Just kidding.
my
All right,
overlay.
so we got our third and final show match, a best of seven. $15 for the winner.
Okay, so we got
Both soul members in clan fighting here.
we got Dandy with the purple Terran, right? And then Scan as the red Zerg over here. And so who's gonna win? Since Scan's off race, right? His second best race. And
I don't
Dan
know, man. He's good at twos. He's good at ones. He's good at all the races. All these players are really good.
that doesn't answer my question, bro. Who's gonna
I
win?
don't have any kind of knowledge to answer any
It
kind
doesn't
of
matter. Just okay,
question.
flip a coin, dude. Just flip a coin.
I'm just gonna describe shit. There's an overlord that's
Oh,
heading
so
to the
you think
left side
Dandy's
of the
gonna
map.
win? Oh, okay. I think Scan's gonna win. There we go. Now we're at
Um,
odds, okay? Now there's tension, okay? We've got pre-match
I
tension
don't like
now.
to play favoritism.
It's not
Both are
favorite.
pretty big
That's
names.
fine.
Dandy apparently 1v1s too, so I haven't really seen him 1v1 yet. I've seen Scan.
Hmm.
You
But you
have
like
as well. You've seen him play
but you like Dandy more. That
against Terror as
maybe you just like the color
Protoss, as
purple.
Baron.
Hmm? What was that?
Well, you know what it is.
No, I don't
Some
know what
people
it is.
were
How about you
telling
tell
me
me?
like
You tell me
you
what it
don't
is.
just describe things in the game, like give
Uh-huh.
more of an opinion. I'm like, I
You
don't
don't
know,
have
man.
opinion?
I'm
Okay,
really
I'll give you my
atrocious. I
opinion.
don't
I'll
have
give you an
in-depth
opinion.
knowledge.
I'll give you an opinion, okay? I'll give you an opinion. Don't worry, man. You just say words. I got you. I got you.
Like people are trying to learn from the shit I say. And
Are
no, there's
they?
gonna be
No,
none of
man.
that.
No. Why would they try to no, this is not like you teaching at the university, okay? Here, you just give your
It's
opinion,
just
whether
not
it's right.
professional casting because I don't know about the game, man.
Last time I checked, we're not professionals. Why would we be doing something called professional casting
At
where we're
some
not
point,
professionals?
someone better qualified will replace me. I
Uh,
hope so, dear God.
no, it's not gonna happen. You're gonna be doing this forever.
I hope not, because you know what the problem is?
Forever.
Even if I tried, my knowledge would suck, and my ability to articulate what's going on is
That
even
that's not
worse.
for you to that's not for you to gauge though, right? That's for the
I think somebody
audience.
will just tear out their hair because they're seeing like
Well,
major games with major players and
uh-huh.
some like amateur fucking talk
Well, if they
about it,
wanted to
right?
go see major games, they go watch the ASL. They're not gonna watch my stream. Come on, man. They want a professional casting, they
They're
go
big
over
names
there.
playing. They're
Not
big
that
names
big.
playing.
Hey,
You're gonna tune in.
no, they're everyone's just a freaking fan unless they're at scans level where they're playing like, in a professional league, making big bucks, having like a salary and shit, getting millions and millions of dollars. Man, this is all hobby shit, dude. People just want to watch the game, they'll see the game. They just want to have some.
I think that's cool. That's how I look at it, bro.
Yeah, so we just talk, man. We just talk. Just fill up the dead air because the worst thing about it is you don't hear anything. So we got a couple expansions here. They're both going for the expansions. It's not really an early expansion, right?
Are you able to observe and cast? Like that's hard, right?
I'm trying. It's you gotta practice makes perfect, isn't that right, everyone? Practice makes perfect. I wish I could say it in Spanish, man.
Gonna have to take over this, Jerry. So
Ah, it's fine. I don't care. As long as you say words every so often, then I could work with that.
I got this serious tone I've developed or learned. It's well, here's an example.
Hmm.
Dandy, he's making a command center right now.
Is he really?
I hype it up like I'm about to say something
No,
that's
man.
like,
We got Lings coming, yo. We
and
got
some
Lings.
bullshit comes out.
Yo, 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 guys, we got
Links,
Lings. We got
four
six of
links,
them. Is Terror
and only
available?
two Marines.
I don't think Terror
Two
is
Marines
available.
are like, holy fuck,
Yeah,
that
no, that's
bunker better
exactly it,
finish
man.
up
Look at, look
now.
at, look at. This bunker's not
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
run
done.
away,
Oh,
man.
he had to stop the bunker before his bunker was not completed. Oh shit, he
That's
pulled
smart.
SCVs. He pulled SCVs. The robot men
I
are
think he
coming.
pulled this.
Wait, he actually held it? Why?
That
Oh,
was
because he
really nice, Mike.
is it because he lost one of the links?
Oh my
No,
god,
no,
is
he
he gonna
let
get
see.
there? Look at
He should have
that.
kept on adding the pressure, man, to prevent the
I love
freaking
how he
bunker.
backed away from his SCV and entered it. If it
Hmm.
was me,
Yeah.
the Marines and SCVs would just be like hugging, right? Like wouldn't be able to get into the bunker. That was excellent, Micro.
What? Who's
Spire
the
is going
second
down.
co? There's only one host. What are you talking about? Someone's asking about second co-host. Who's the second co-host?
Uh,
It's just
Prima One
no, no,
was
no, no.
speaking.
Spire's
He's the
coming
observer.
down. Spire started. Got scouted. What up? Second gas. Scan's doing cool
Shout out to Old
things.
School. He was helping to set up a match between Cross and Scan, but I think Cross was playing someone.
Well, yeah, that's what it looked like on the stream, right? What do we got here?
Anybody know about their match history? Like who's won?
We don't need to know
Who
match
hasn't?
history. We already know. Scan has played a bunch of games and won them. Dandy's played a bunch of games. He's also won a bunch. So we got two guys who've won a bunch of games.
I like Strudel's approach. It's sort of like a historical approach, you
He
know?
likes the
Like
historical approach. You got to, you know what you do? You know what will help you with that? Go watch my
I love
YouTube
how he was
videos.
trying to be serious, right? And I was like, "Do you know who we are? Have you ever listened to us?"
You know, in the end,
Very
it's all
professional. I like
everything
it.
is freaking flavor text at this point, okay? Because I mean, as long as we're capturing the action and the things are a little going on, we're fine. You know, which is why I really appreciate Hung's like, this is what's going down, this is why, these are the alternatives, but this is better. No, we don't
Go to
know any shit
sleep.
like that, man. I'm
Stop
eating.
watching StarCraft. Go to sleep, bro. You need like 6, 7 hours of sleep.
Does it really make that much of a difference having like a couple of fire bats?
Well, he doesn't have many Zerglings, so I'm not
Hmm.
sure what that's about. If he thinks that Scan has made some of those, and those fire bats are just walking away,
Well, Scan took his
walking away. I love how
third,
they walk. You
right?
can see the little red legs.
That's normal, right? Scan grabbing the 3 o'clock.
Yes,
Oh, that's amazing.
totally.
That's amazing.
This is what it was about. Two amateurs have no idea what the game is about or the SC community
Well,
talking
here,
about
here,
it.
here's the Mira harass, which is amazing. You know, something's died.
The shrimp, the flying shrimp. All right, let's get serious here. Turret is making. SCV is going to be destroyed, or the turret first.
No, nothing's happening. He's just gonna stand with the Mira harass and be done with it.
I mean, it's very difficult dealing with this and being able to leave your base, right? Otherwise, you
Shit.
just get stuck at your base forever.
This corner is unprotected.
Scans are already taken out. 5 SCVs, I think. 6,
Right click.
7. Dandy has a lot of SCVs, though. His expansion looks good right now. It's got 4 turrets. He just needs to make a few maybe at his main. He has made those 2 turrets near his barracks.
What? These two?
He's making another turret now. I mean, he has to be able to leave his base with Marines and pressure scan because he just has 1 sunken right now. He has to make him pay for that. Force him to spend more minerals and drones making creep colonies and sunkens.
Does it really make that much of a difference?
Well, he's trying to push out now, but I don't think he has enough Marines to really do the job. Here comes the Mutas.
He's
They're
gonna
going to
wait for
take
a
out a
timing.
few.
I think Dandy's waiting for a timing to before pushing because he's upgrading something. He's upgrading something at his engineering bay.
Attack or armor, maybe?
Yeah, it's one or the other. Probably armor, I think.
Does he have enough Marines to hold this off? And he just took out a medic. Beautifully microed there.
Hmm.
Dandy's being super careful. I feel like he should be backing off. I just don't see him have enough Marines taking on that many Mutas.
Whatever he was researching is done. Looks like it's attack, +1 attack.
You're right, yeah. Few more Marines being added in. I don't think that's enough. He's got a
Science
tank
facility.
coming out.
He's building a science facility, so he's going towards mid game.
I mean, it feels like Skin is sort of controlling the game, but it could quickly change.
And then now the 3 o'clock's getting harassed by the fire bats.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Fire,
catch.
fire bats are killing things.
Yes.
Oh, it
One of
just
them
doesn't
has
have
3
enough range
kills.
though. It just doesn't have enough range to kill the drones from behind the mineral line.
It could just reach that one, and it's going to be taken out by the Muta. Scan has upgraded his armor on his Mutas,
Yes.
and I've never seen this. He actually targets the medics. Have you noticed that? I mean, I usually see Mutas targeting Marines, but he goes after the medics. They take longer to produce. They're more resource intensive. More Marines being added into the mix. 4 medics. I think Scan is really concerned about Terran accumulating a lot of Marines and tanks and just easily pushing through. He does have a Hydralisk den. I think he's making lurkers now at his expansion. Dandy, I think, is ready to push. He's got 2 tanks now. Scan is trying to take out 1 tank. He's successful. That was major. Dandy had to be a little bit more protective of his tanks. Sorry, Jerry, I kind of went on a casting spree there. It was exciting.
For somebody who doesn't like casting, you really. Yo, you mind responding to the chat for me, please?
Is there stuff going on there?
Yeah, while I look at things
Hey,
that are building.
how are you? So this is called the Think Quick Showmatch series. This one is best of 7. The prize is $15 for the winner. If it's a best of 5, it's $10. It doesn't matter who the players are, although we try to accept S rank players. Okay, those
Mm-hmm.
getting back to the game, those were a lot of lurkers and mutas. He took out quite a few Marines.
Yo.
Hey, you
Hey, you
suck.
just came at a really important time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But he's not. Is he even in the game? Are you in the
Well,
game, my
he's not in
friend?
the game,
Shh.
no. Here come the lurkers. Dandy's gonna back off. He's got 2 tanks, several Marines.
Things are
Ooh,
dying,
lost.
dude. Things are dying.
Do you know anything about Dandy and Scan? They're playing as Terran and Zerg, respectively.
Dandy, at least he used to be. I'm not sure if he still is anymore, but I'm sure he's still solid. Dandy used to be a very good Terran player. If I remember correctly, and I think I've mentioned this a couple times
Ooh,
before,
Mm-hmm.
if he ever came across Terran opponents,
Mm-hmm.
he didn't like TVT, so he would actually pick Protoss to play us. But since I guess in like the competitive realm of things,
Mm-hmm.
you can't race pick. You have to choose one race when you start the tournament and finish the tournament. So he's having to play strictly Terran uh, now.
Oh, I see. I see. I see.
So Scan is a very good Zerg. You know, people underestimate
Mm-hmm.
how good of a player he is when they see him off racing like this. But
Mm-hmm.
uh,
here comes the all-in.
Is this really an
I'm not sure
all-in?
if he has
This is
enough
a
well,
to
this is a
stop
defense,
this.
right? Scans on
yeah,
3 base though, so he should be fine.
no. Well, here's the problem though.
Mm-hmm.
At this point in the game,
Yeah.
defilers should be popping
Oh
out.
no,
Now he
Scan
may,
taps out.
Scan is gonna tap out. Dandy's gonna take the first round.
yeah,
It's okay. Now we get
Are you
Yusuck here.
joining the next game, Yusuck?
yeah, yeah.
Can you talk?
We'll be right back after this commercial.
I'll pin it. So we got. Anyway, you can continue. Sorry, I'm leaving. Bye.
No, okay. So the higher the turn rate, uh, the faster reaction speed there is. Okay, he said he was leaving, but oh, okay, good. Whew. I was afraid he lagged out there. The
Me
higher the
too.
turn, the faster the reaction speed is. So Scan actually was kind enough to post this, and you guys are more than welcome to check this out if you want to come into our Discord, uh, Team Think Quick. And I believe that Ox or Prima One is going to pin this message up here. It's in the StarCraft channel and General StarCraft. It breaks down the turn rate for every setting for low latency, high latency, and extra high latency. So pretty much whenever you drop your turn rate lower, if you can find your happy medium in that area, it's pretty complex. But
If you're playing with somebody who you feel is, if you're playing in a game that you feel it's gonna lag, does that mean you decrease the turn rate instead of
decrease,
having it
yes, you
the
decrease
max?
the turn rate. So
So the
now,
greater sense of lag, the less the turn rate should be. But I don't
yes,
think you go lower than 12 or 14.
you can go down to 8 if you want to.
I see.
But see, whenever you start, it's kind of like a well,
Request we've had is only what, 12, 14 right now?
Yeah, it's kind of like a multiplicative. Uh, what do you want to call it? It's hard to explain. So
And
like,
this is hugely important. It's when
yeah,
you're playing at that level, it's
when you put it all the way down, bigger jumps than say, for instance, if you put it on like turn rate 14 and you started changing latency, it's not going to jump as far because it's almost like a multiplying property of your reaction speed. So if you actually look at the chart, if you guys come check it out, it'll explain itself. You're like, oh, okay. You may not understand the numbers aspect of it, but you'll understand the properties of it.
that makes sense. Thanks for explaining that, man.
So like Scan, for example, he says he could play Latin players on turn rate 12 low sometimes or turn rate 14 high. So I mean he knows the math behind it and everything. It's kind of crazy. But now he also knows like all the hotkeys for showing turn rate on the top of your screen and the FPS and all that. So let's see. This is just the second game. Is that correct? Okay. So this is just game two. Dandy took the first game, that last attack that you guys saw. But hopefully we'll see something out of Scan this game that'll balance out the matches. And this is a best of seven, so he's plenty of opportunities too. Typically on that, when a Terran player does that last push right there, is generally when you start seeing Hive Tech and Defilers. Now, I wasn't able to get a good look at Scan's base to see where he was at on that, but usually right after that Lurker Tech, you jump straight to Defilers and upgrade Consume, and then you're able to just throw up a cloud, and that essentially stops the Terran army because you saw he only had two tanks. So
Right, he was really close by, so I'm guessing that favors Terran in some ways. Makes it
yes,
easier to push with Marines and tanks.
yeah, but now I'll say this: as we have seen, Scan's prior games, he will only pick maps that favor him. You know, he's not gonna give you a one up when it's his map choice.
Or he feels that he can perform well on. I mean, it could be that his opponent is just as good on that map as well, right?
Yeah, and
Unless the maps he picks complement his race, I'm not sure. I don't know that much about the game.
they'll always compliment his race.
Like I've seen Protoss players pick this map. I've seen Zerg players pick this map. Terran players. So
Typically,
pretty
don't pick.
confused.
Typically, Terran players don't pick this map, and there's two reasons.
Okay,
Uh, this third expansion right here on the side of your base, it does have a gas.
right.
You have vision up that ramp without actually going up that ramp.
Hmm.
It still has a miss property, but you have vision.
Right, and you can exploit that to your advantage.
Hmm.
That makes sense. This is the kind of in-depth knowledge we're missing here. So happy to have you, Suck, casting for us. And if you ever want to join us and cast, feel free to. It might be a little complicated because of lag issues, but I think it's a cool rule to just try to keep things inclusive and bring in people, so long as you're not streaming our content. And that's one of the hard things that I'm not sure we can enforce. So we got 2 fire bats, and it looks like 7 marines, forcing Scan to make just 1 sunken. He's not going to put down another one.
He doesn't want to if he doesn't have to. Uh, Usually, you won't. You'll see most of your Zerg players try not to make a sunken at all.
So he made lings. I thought those eggs were going to be mutas.
This could be bad. He needs to target fire the
Fire
fire
bats. And
sunken.
I didn't see him doing that quite. But I don't know how much
Got it.
damage these are going to do.
He's fine.
good calculation by Scan, and his units came out at the perfect time. If they came out maybe 5, 10 seconds later,
Hmm.
I think he would have lost a few drones.
Now you see how Scant's taking this 3 o'clock over here.
Oh,
He's
just noticed that.
he's skipping taking this third expansion next to his base because of the ramp properties. He's got two ramps that the Terran player could essentially go up if he wants to.
Right.
A lot easier to siege it up, But over here, you don't have that vision up the ramp, and there's only one access point, so two lurkers will defend that base for a while.
All right, some mutas are gathering near Dandy's expansion. We're gonna annoy him a little bit.
Yeah, he wants to
Seeing
take
it's
out this turret right here, and hopefully the SCV making this other turret.
so he's gathered enough mutas to be able to one-hit SCVs, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he's got two more that just flew into the pack too.
It took him 3 hits, I think, previously to take out a turret.
Yeah, it'll until you get +1 attack on your mutas, it'll always take 3 hits.
Right, and they do cause some splash damage, if I can use that term.
Yeah,
So,
we understand what you're saying there.
would you use that term with mutas, or is that not the?
I would, even though that's
I,
probably not the right term.
I don't know if there is a different kind of.
There is. I mean, there's units that cause explosive damage and concussive damage or something like that too. Or I don't get in all that. I know what does more damage to what, and
He's taken out a lot of Marines,
he's doing a
quite a few
lot.
SCVs there, but he
Yeah,
sort of did the same thing last game. So
I think this game has been more effective though
I
so
think
far.
you're right. Yeah. Um, Dandy
Yeah,
does continue making SCVs. I think he's getting fed up, and he's just going to move out.
he's gonna try to pull these mutalisks away and see he. Oh, okay. Now Dandy has scanned this side base over here, so where he doesn't have lurkers yet, he's gonna have to throw a couple sunkens down to protect it.
It's a really dangerous move because if you don't have enough Marines, they're going to be taken out, and that might just put you way behind. But he can't stay in his base, I'm guessing, forever defending against Muta harass, right?
Right, right. He lost a lot whenever he was just trying to defend. He wanted to get out just to pull the mutas away a little bit. And
I'm guessing he times this too just before lurkers are ready.
yeah, looks like Scan's putting a lot of resources into mutas. And
I
I
see a
almost,
queen's nest down, so that might be going in the direction you were talking about.
yeah, I honestly feel like this is too many mutalisks.
I feel like he's got a lot of Marines here, but and his
Well,
mutas are low health, many of them.
well, over here at the 1 o'clock, he's got about 7 more mutas hanging out.
Oh, that's right. And they got +1 attack upgrade. Last game he got armor, which is interesting. Does that mean anything?
Well, he can. He was probably doing such a good job harassing Terran's base with. He wants to two-shot the turrets like you were talking about earlier.
I see. So it points to a more aggressive sort of play.
Hmm. Usually, usually Zerg players will rack up some lings a little bit earlier than what they have now, and they will throw the lings at the Marines while microing, picking off units left and right with the mutas.
I see a lot of lurkers being made right now.
What Scan's done though is he's sucked these medics dry of their energy. Dandy had to replace those medics
Nice
essentially.
observation.
I mean, they're healing and healing, and they're not doing any better. I think four of these medics are out of energy pretty much.
Here come the lurkers.
And here comes the tank. Oh, 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 oh.
I think we're all wondering if Scan Zerg is strong enough to take on Dandy's Terran. And he's just going to attack. Takes out quite a few Marines there. I'm not sure why Dandy's not backing off. Wow.
He was able to thin out that mute account quite a bit,
Hmm.
but he's got more to replace those with too. I don't know if Dandy knew about. Okay, now you see the defiler mount coming down in about 11 minutes. That's essentially the timing you want it. You want your defiler mount done at 12 minutes against seasoned Terran players, which Dandy is.
So Dandy is not expanding again.
Ooh,
I
good
think he's
lurker shot.
expecting to finish off scan like last game.
That was a great lurker shot. Now, this is where it becomes problematic for scan.
His mutas are all almost dead.
Yeah. See, where Terran has the science vessel out, these siege tanks can just walk and get hits off on the lurkers now with constant detection, and they'll still outrange these lurkers.
Lurkers do have +1 armor.
So that's good. So that negates the +1 on the Terran Marines.
Ooh,
Man, he's
nice lurker shot.
He's getting much better positions this game than he did last.
Thinned out his Marine army. He's got a lot of links coming out. It looks like he has quite a few minerals and gas, but it might be a delayed
Oh
resource
man,
figures.
that gave it away right there. That lurker took the low path right there. Let's see what this does. Didn't work out as well as he'd hoped, I'm sure.
He's gonna back off and play it safe.
He might get put in the corner right here.
That might be why he just attacked anyways.
Yeah.
He can reach both tanks,
Ooh,
takes them out.
great. That was a great move.
See a dropship at Dandy's expansion.
Yeah.
Scan does have some mutas at his name.
Dandy has 1-1 now. And the Nidus Canal is up. You see this defiler over here. He's making some Zerglings and a lurker. Oh, he popped some Hydras there.
Is Terran
Okay.
expected to have more supply than Zerg? Or is this supposed to be even? There's Swarm.
Neither is better or worse at this point in the game. Look at this.
Dandy just throwing away some Marines there. I don't think that was necessary. Must have been a misclick.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of medics, 2 vessels.
Okay, this is the part of the game where I feel like Zerg is a little imbalanced. Because once you put that cloud down on a burrowed unit, no amount of siege tank shots can do any damage to it whatsoever.
Dandy just lost a vessel. His dropship is heading for 12 o'clock right now, but Scan has some mutas there.
Oh, Scan is going toward his base.
Cutting off his reinforcements. His drop is not going that well at 12 o'clock.
Okay, see, he put an extra medic in here, so that's only 6 Marines. These mutas can take that
Dandy
out.
is losing all his Marines there. Got to be very careful. His drop didn't quite work out as he wanted to.
Yeah. Now look right here in the middle of the map. Filer's up. He's got the energy. Ooh, nice plague.
What a plague. Wow.
Nice plague. This is all dead.
And Dandy's not really paying attention to some of his units, I feel. He is macroing really well. Dan really giving Dandy a run for his money as Zerg. Yeah, I feel like Dandy's not stimming and backing off when the lurkers are borrowed.
This is what you don't want right here as a Terran player. You don't want
that close to your base with Swarm. He does have quite a few vessels here. Lower on energy, but I think at least one of them could, I call it poison because it's hard for me to pronounce irradiate.
Irradiate?
I'd rather say poison.
Heard you and Hung the other night, irradiate.
Yeah, it always trips me, right? So I say poison. People are like poison. What?
Oh man.
Uh-oh. Vessels are gonna go down.
Oh, great shots.
Scan has also taken the lower right, but it looks like Dandy just dropped there with some Marines,
Yeah, that's gonna
and
be.
he might take that out. Maybe not. He seems
Hey,
pretty preoccupied with in
one
front
more
of his
cloud off.
base.
He does get one more cloud off on the left side over there. Meanwhile, Dandy's trying to take his next expansion, but he can't even get out of his base.
He's got 1-2 upgrades, and Zerg has 2-1 upgrades.
Oh,
And I see a Ultralisk Cavern.
Dandy's almost mined out.
Scans base. That's right.
This might be the nail in the coffin right here. If you can get that cloud up. There's no cloud. There's no
He
cloud.
doesn't have a defiler.
But he does get the vessels. Oh no. Oh, stupid Scourge.
Does just need 1 or 2 tanks, but it seems like he stopped making them.
Yeah.
I see Ultralisks, I see Lings, and I see a Defiler. 2 of them.
Oh, Ultralist 5 armor. Well, meanwhile, Marines are doing 8 damage. So 3 damage a shot.
He was able to take out Scan's base in the lower right, but Scan has expanded somewhere else. I'm not sure if Dandy is going to be able to break free. This might be it.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be all she wrote right there. Yep.
Scan is going to come back and take round 2, tying them up 1-1. This is a Think Quick show match, best of 7. And we're going to start. Tied 1-1. Round 3. Dandy. See, this is an issue where you I'm sorry, if you shift tab, they both turn into yellow. This is what I was talking about.
Really.
So we got a case where one player is black and it shows up very poorly on the mini map. So if you shift tab, they both become yellow, and it seems like that happens when one is black. And
Never noticed that before. I don't ever use that though either. The only time I've ever used that is if I'm obs in like a 3 versus 3 match or something like that.
Banana really taught me about it. It makes sense. I guess as a 2v2er, you'd want to distinguish the units of your
Oh,
opponents if they're different races.
what we got going on here? Okay, so he pulled one back. He's going for early barracks here.
I think someone posed a question for you, Jerry, in
Now,
the chat.
what's this Overlord doing?
Like, I'm not engaging.
Maybe this SCV's trying to get in his base to proxy or behind his minerals? He's making an engineering bay to block the expansion. That's weird. Hmm. Okay. I mean, it does slow down your opponent. I don't know
Our
if
2v2 expert here trying to dissect what's going on.
even I've watched a lot of 1 versus 1 games, but I've never seen anybody rush block an engineering bay with your 6th SCV.
And is that the right number of drones you want to use? 3 to
Yeah.
get rid of that? And does it matter how much HP the building has? Like if it's higher, you would send more drones, or
I mean, that's just kind of a personal preference. I mean, I don't really have an answer for that one.
Is this SCV gonna live? Looks like it.
Yeah,
It's gonna get the hell out of there. Take the high road
he's probably gonna send another one to scout with though.
back home. So he did make an extractor, and he's gonna start mining out of it now after making a lair.
Wow, no lings. Well, his opponent did do a really early engineering bay, so
SCV is coming back, and if you have Shift Tab on, apparently the critters also show up as yellow on the map.
see, I would
The bear, as Hung likes to call him.
I would almost send that herd SCV around and then mine out this backdoor mineral patch.
Is it a problem that he just saw what's happening, or it's sort of assumed, yeah, he's gonna get a lair and tech into mutas, I'm guessing?
See, he's remaking an engineering bay early at his base.
And he's got a factory all the way in the corner. Almost looks like he's gonna lift that thing, but I don't think that's the plan.
Yeah. No, I think he is. I think he's going to lift it down. That way the Overlord won't scout it as it comes out.
See,
See what I'm
that's
saying?
a very nice observation. That's exactly what's happening.
Ooh, excuse me. But like I said, I would have attempted to mine out this back door right here. Even if he saw it, he's still going to have to defend from both ramps, you know.
Academy going down.
Really? Huh. So he might go for like an early starport drop play.
He's upgrading out of his engineering bay as well.
He's all over the place, man. I like this.
Does that indicate Marine Medic?
Yes. Yeah, he's going to get Marine Medic for
So
sure.
there's the bear.
He probably made the factory so he could make or either fake the mech play and make him think he's going, a mech build or maybe an early drop ship. And he looks like he's just switching over to a Marine Medic play here.
So the first Vulture didn't pay off. Took one hit from the sun, lost half its life, and the Lynx took care of it. What's the second Vulture gonna do?
Uh,
Love the bear. Let's get more of the bear here.
I'm gonna do
Jerry, did you capture the bear?
I'm gonna do an experiment. I'm gonna right click on the
Oh
bear.
my god, he's attacking the bear. Do you see that?
Don't attack the bear.
Oh my god.
That ruined my experiment. I was
Look
gonna
at the corpse. That's traumatizing.
yeah.
Jerry zoomed into the rib cage too. You can see the bones and flesh.
Mutas are making. Boy, this is a fast muta play.
Well, Dandy, this is supposed to be a PG-14 event, my friend. That's rated R stuff. I guess they get in the way of microing, right? Here come the mutas. Second turret is just about to finish
Okay, he has stem.
at his mineral line. What timing? Science facility being made?
Hmm.
Mutas are going to sneak from the back. Takes them 2 hits to kill an SCV. Second one. Just really annoying the shit out of Dandy. He's probably used to it, but I find Muta harass to be one of the most annoying things in the game as Protoss. And if the only thing you have to counter it is Archons, you'll just go crazy. Appreciate the genuine dialogue going on in the chat about corporatization of Twitch. That's how capitalism works. So what's Scan strategy here.
Well, he's want to get an early vessel out and maybe get some good irradiates off on the mutas against Dandy or against Scan to maybe downplay this mutaling. But
See, 11 mutas,
he
3 at home.
does have +1.
He should be able to one-hit SCVs. He might take out that depot. It's placed in an awkward position. You can't really defend it well, huh?
Yeah.
Might take out both of them. That's going to put Dandy behind. He's already blocked. Nothing he can do about that. I feel like you made a map that sort of disadvantages Terran in the way that the Overlord can be placed there.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing he can do about that, right? Unless he starts collecting the minerals at his ramp. Couldn't he have just started doing that? It says 0 minerals there. I don't think you can mine that, right?
Who can't?
Mutas are going to take out both of those turrets, but they're going to take a lot of hits. One of them has been poisoned.
Great
Like,
split. It's a great split.
yeah,
See,
that
this,
Overlord is just getting vision of everything. It might not be important, but
well, you want to know when your opponent is leaving his base.
it
You know.
looks like he doesn't seem too concerned about it, right? He can't send units in the back there. Mutas would pick it off.
Right. And Scan's got lurkers coming. See these bridges, man. It's hard to break. That's why most people don't go one base on this map. This is not a
Despite the vision advantage, yeah, I think
not a one base map.
I don't know. I kind of see Dandy as having a lot of patience here. He's building up his Marine medic count. I guess he's not going to get a tank with Siege. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to take on this many lurkers in Mutas. Oh, he's
+2
going to get cut off here. Nope.
+2 attack on these Zerglings.
Took out another critter. I don't know what these poor critters did to these players, but
Well, if you noticed, Scan actually got a splash attack. It ricocheted off that. Oh, this is too much. Even with a good split.
got cornered. Bad place to engage.
Yeah. Honestly, the Marines did a lot more than I thought they would, though.
I feel like the map you created favors Zerg a little bit, but this might just be in my mind. There's not that much space to maneuver around with Marines,
Well, you have. He's
unless
got.
you're in the dead center.
Yeah, I mean, I was
Maybe
just
it's a balanced map.
trying to mix it up a little bit. It's not. I mean, it's not. There's not many maps that are balanced maps for all races.
Where the vessels are is a good place, I think, for Dandy to try to engage. You can sort of move around a little bit more. But these bridges, they're
There's a
pretty
lot.
narrow.
There's a lot of bridges though. There's a lot
It's
of
it's an interesting map. Yeah, it really changes the dynamics of.
5, 6. There's 7 ways that Terran could cross the middle of the map. But now, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not hard for Zerg to pick up and move lurkers to the next bridge or whatever, but
Right.
it's a lot of work to cover all bridges, especially against 3 science vessels.
Shout out to the Kakaroo,
Yeah.
flying critter.
Ooh, that was good for
Dandy
Terran.
is trying to get his first expansion up.
Meanwhile, Scan's got his third running, his third base. Now he only has let's see here, 5 lurkers, which is a good amount.
Scan has not expanded where I think Dandy expected him to at 7 o'clock. Ooh, we picked off one of the lurkers that was just
Oh,
sticking out.
got a
I
lot
wonder
of
if that was a
damage.
misclick there.
Got a
You
lot of
can't be
damage.
affording to losing lurkers. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Oh, he needs to spread these Marines. Oh man,
Wow.
just I mean, each shot.
I thought he was doing a good job, but they're lurkers and those are Marine medic, right?
Hmm.
Is he just going to try to do that whole game? Is it possible to do that
Oh
without
yeah,
tanks?
yeah. But I mean, it's not really in what you would call the meta nowadays. You know,
I feel like tanks would be really good on this map for some reason.
you're your Terran players like Flash can do it,
Even them, I see you get tanks, but
but well now, yeah, because but now they'll wait until like at least the thing was is he got such a late expansion. I mean, even now he's only got one SCV on his expansion gas, and he's making
that
a
lurker you see at Scan's, I guess second expansion. There was 4 there. It looks like there's 1, but they're borrowed. The lurkers you see, the vessels around. There's actually 7 of them. They're stacked on top of each other.
mm,
You'd have to click on them to see how many there are. And I think he's just poisoning them individually.
yeah.
And Scan is going to keep stacking them up. If they're borrowed and they're poisoned, I know it still affects the one that's borrowed, but I don't think it does splash damage. No, it looks like it is doing splash damage to the ones around it.
No, it does not.
Well, I had him highlight. Oh, maybe he's poisoning them.
Yeah.
That must be what's happening. Okay, so it doesn't do splash damage underneath when they're borrowed.
Okay, so here we go. See, he needs +1 armor. He's just going straight weapons.
+3 ground attack on the Marines.
Yeah, he really needs a +1 armor.
Wow, this is amazing that he's just fighting lurkers with Marines and vessels. I am hoping he takes out that Overlord at some point. He hasn't poisoned it or done anything. I guess it's not important.
Well, he doesn't really have vision for anything now. Scan just keeps making lurker after lurker.
And can't do anything about the vessels. Um,
He's not got hive tech though. Ooh, wow. Okay, so Dandy's not in a bad spot at all, in my opinion.
that was true a few seconds ago,
Okay,
but
yeah.
he does have quite a few Marines, and they're just going to take off. No medics.
Well,
Few
he's
medics with his vessels.
let's see here.
I guess you don't need that many medics.
Control click. He's got 4. So
Control click, does that work?
yeah, it selects
Oh,
everything.
yeah, that's cool. Now I'm control clicking everything, Jerry. And that just selects everything that's on the screen, right? Not stuff that you can't see.
Up to 12, yeah. Oh, look at this third base. How smart is Scan? Select that Overlord uh, in a box.
And you can see the lurkers.
He's got 4. You can't target it with Irradiate, though.
Right. Uh,
My.
and that base hasn't really been harassed at all. Dandy has to find a way, I think, to expand in the left, which it seems like that's what he's trying to do now.
He's really got to upgrade armor. Okay, he's doing it now, but
He's just been going off one base. A lot of lurkers being made, quite a few hydralisks.
how many
I
lurkers do
feel
you have?
like he could have engaged there, no? The lurkers aren't
No,
being made yet.
there's 5 lurkers stacked on
He
top
could
of
have
each other.
probably killed the hydralisks and damaged a lot of eggs. but he just didn't attack.
Yeah, there's 5 lurkers burrowed there though,
Oh, did I miss that?
right underneath the overlord.
Oh, good eye, man. Yeah, I didn't see that. That must explain why he didn't attack. Okay, so 2 drop ships have just entered the equation.
Oh, this is huge. And he's actually winning the fight on the map. And he's back up. Okay, there we
He's gonna
go. Oh
back
man,
off. Those are a lot
Scan
of
is
Marines.
in
He didn't put
trouble.
any medics there.
Scan is in big trouble. Look at this. He's
That
taking out his.
drop was nicely done.
He's getting a spawning pool. I'd go for the spire next and then the layer. There we go. Focus fire this layer. Don't attack anything else. Look at this. Oh my god. Dandy coming in with some wild fucking plays this game, y'all. I love it. I don't think Scan's gonna hold this off though. Look at this. His whole army is inside of his base now. This is really well played. Now, Scan does have 2 additional bases, but he has no spawning pool. He has no spire. He's probably going to lose this layer.
I don't think Scan felt that was coming.
Now, the problem here is, though, if this doesn't just eat him alive, Dandy's still on 1 base. Okay, he's got this second expansion over here now. He's got SCPs transferring, so I didn't see that. So Dandy's in a great spot. I didn't see this coming. Okay, so it looks like Scan was able to hold this off.
So I really like how late that drop came. For me, it was a huge surprise factor because for so long, Dandy was doing the same thing, right? Marine medic attack. And then they came really late in the game, 18, 17 minutes. And I think it was a huge surprise for Scan. Wasn't expecting that.
And now Scan's able to hold this off. Now, Dandy has been pumping Marines, but he has no medics on the map anywhere. Now, he had better save these science vessels, but he's going to fly right over the spores. He loses 1. Oh, 1 hit
Boy,
point. 1 hit point. Science vessel.
he did get his expansion up at 11 o'clock.
Okay, now, hold up now. If you look at Scan's third now, he only has 1 lurker underneath that overlord. But Dandy feels like, okay, he's got lurkers stacked there. I better not go in.
Also has no spires, so he could be dropping and picking up with his drop ships a little bit.
I really don't know about this play. I really feel like if Scan was able to get defilers, it would there wouldn't be a game left. There's no tanks on the map. He is 100% Marine medic.
His hatchery is going to go down. Scan's Hydralisks are 2-2 and upgrades. The Marines have 1 armor and 3 attack upgrades. Scan's going to pick off some Marines in the middle. And he did drop some Marines in Scan's main again.
He cannot lose this layer.
I don't think he will. There's not enough
To.
to take it out.
Scan's got 2-2 on these Hydras, but still no Queen's Nest. I don't know what the plan is. I mean, are you going to continue fighting these Marines with Hydra Lurker and Mass Science Vessel? I mean, he keeps losing ground.
He's sort of trapped in his base now, too, because those 2 roads only lead to death.
Okay,
Unless he
now
can use his lurkers to break out.
thing that Scan did that was a right play in my opinion is he did mine out the back door, so he can essentially travel around if he needs to. This science vessel count, man. I'm just hearing massive radiate right now. He has 7 science vessels. Zerg players, you know what this means. It's ugly, especially when he doesn't have a spire.
So Danny's going to try to take out that expansion at the bottom and the extractor from which Gan has been mining gas away, far away.
Okay, now this is going to be a tough hold for Scan.
Got some lurkers there for support.
Okay.
Sunken being made. Marines were attacking at his expansion as well. Is Hydralisk, I'm guessing they're going to be 3-3 anytime.
No, he can't. He doesn't have a hive. You have to get a
Oh,
hive
right, right. Good
to get
catch.
3
Yes.
attack and armor.
So they're just there for decor and spores. He is going to take out these Marines, though. He's attacking with his Lings at 11 o'clock. They're going to die, I think, to
Too
the
little, too
bunk.
late. He had those links sit at the top right of the map for a long, long time.
Dandy's making a command center near 9 o'clock.
It's done.
And he's trying to take out one of Scan's expansions right now. And Scan doesn't look like he has enough to defend there. Gathering all his units.
Oh, good spine. Mm. I think it's just too many vessels this
Dandy
game.
has quite a few Marines there too. He's
No
going to have
medic
to take care
support.
of this army though, right?
No medic support. He's gonna eat this up. Look at this. There we go. Here comes. Oh man, so many Marines behind it though. Oh, he's
Be
losing.
interesting to see what he does with the Marines at 6
He's losing
o'clock.
vessels.
I think they have range. They could target the drones that are mining at Scan's Natural. Am I wrong? I think they can target them from behind that wall, but I might be wrong.
You can fit maybe like 1 or 2 Marines right here in that little gap.
Oh, yeah, they can cross over.
No, no, but there's a little gap where you can actually squeeze in between that pillar
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see
on
what
the
you're talking about.
backside to where you can do some damage.
He's
But
just gonna back away with his Marines,
but
and
yeah,
that's a bad time because Scan just put down a hatchery there. I wonder if he's gonna cancel in time. Yeah, he did. Good catch, and he saves his drone
hey, he got this
before it died.
over here up and running. I figured it'd get picked off, but and look at Scan taking the what is that, a 2 o'clock base?
He's trying to expand again at
Scan's got a big
7
army.
o'clock.
I mean, he's definitely behind on supply, but
Now he's trying to attack 9 o'clock, and Dandy's gonna try to.
oh no,
Nope,
I
he
think
backed
he
up.
could. No, no, he doesn't have that many lurkers.
Scan's doing a great job expanding everywhere, even after his base dies.
Yeah, it's and this is the kind of Zerg I hate playing against. Just throwing up hatcheries everywhere, just sends you across the map, sends you across the map. You gotta go back home to defend. Here we go. We finally see some siege tanks out of Dandy, and I think this right here might be the deciding part of the game. Oh, that is a scary sound. And Dandy, look at this army. Oh my God. 152 supply to 105
Scan's
supply.
gonna go for it. Big battle.
He picked up 1 science vessel, but now I just don't see this.
They're just going out. They're not going to be able to do this. Are we going to see a GG?
Yeah, I don't think he should, but he will.
He had a lot of expansions up. I thought he was going to buy time so that he could build up his armies. But those
Most
tanks were probably going to push in, right?
most players would. Uh,
27-minute game on a map you chose. Like, who are you? Where are you from? Like, what are you trying to do? You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, I'm from USE, so I'm just like a noob, and we're just organizing these things for fun. And some
yeah,
people won't believe you, man. They're like, "What are you
well,
trying to do?" I'm like, "We're paying out of pocket for games. Like, what do you think we're trying to do? Like, make money
honestly,
from this? I'm
here's the
living
thing.
this."
Artosis has pretty much made a living with StarCraft for, well, he did for a while at least. I don't know if he still does. I'm sure he does. I mean, when he streams, he's got hundreds and hundreds of viewers.
Over
But
1,000, I think, yeah, and that's really
yeah,
hard in Brood War, man, because it's such a small community, and the Latin American speakers who don't follow English streams or whatever,
mhm.
they, I think, form a big part of it, if I'm not wrong.
Right. But now take this in consideration. This guy makes a living off this game, and if somebody is actually trying to get more viewers and more people involved in the StarCraft community, don't you think that would benefit him in the long
My
run?
the thing I'm saying is, no, we're never gonna get enough revenue to, like, there's several of us involved, and the money we spend, like, daily, if you do the math, these are $20, $15 show, like, you're talking about almost $1,000 a month if you're doing this on a day-to-day basis. You're not making that much to make
Right.
up for it. And 2, we're just streaming for a few hours at night, where some of these guys are starting early on, right? They have the whole day to, stream these things, but I kinda get that, yeah, um, short-sighted. And the other thing that I think we've always emphasized is this is supposed to be a democratic, inclusive thing. So you want to cast, you can come as long as you're not streaming content. I won't be here forever. I think Prima would if this is becomes a thing and it can be carried on. Whereas other people can kind of take over, organize. People kind of help set up show matches. So like nobody really owns and profits from it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I don't think that would ever happen. I'm kind of like a utopian in in the way I see things. So we got two players here.
Dewey.
On the bottom we have a Zerg. On top we have a Terran.
Yo, check this ramp out with this Overlord scouting. That is wicked, dude.
Let's see where
I
we're
don't think I've ever seen that.
what's
How it
what's
goes across,
special about it.
down, and then across. It's just I've never seen a map.
Oh, that wide.
Yeah, where it's like a catty corner right there.
Banana really likes this map.
Is he still up?
I doubt it. He's probably asleep by
Oh,
now, but
okay. I thought you like heard a comment from him or something.
might be, but I doubt it. He's got to be up at 6 a.m. He watches the videos, I think.
Shout out to Hung. He was talking earlier about like trolls in TQ or something like that, and I was like, or griefers who are just super fucking grumpy. It's like, ta-da! I was in such a bad mood that day, man. Oh my god, it was bad.
Yeah, when you're like, easygoing person, cool, calm natured, and you just have a day where you're a little bit off. Sometimes you misinterpret it as being like really bad, or you were BM or whatever.
Yeah, that was just a bad day for me, but
Like
pretty
some
standard.
people are just assholes, and their bad days is like really bad, man. They just want to make you as miserable as they are.
Yeah, that's
Fire
why
going down.
I got a friend request from somebody, and I'm kind of hesitant about accepting it. So,
Oh, I accept those things like crazy.
well, I mean, I have a history with this person, so I'm like, and that's after I accepted a friend request from Troy, and this other person, I'm like, but I think me and Troy are cool now.
Troy. Probable TQ. He'll never log on that tag ever again.
Yeah, why is that? Why do he log back on his SK name?
He's playing Showmatch.
I
He'll
don't know.
log on Probable.
Pretty standard opening from both players. I mean, nothing. I will say this. Usually with Zerg players, you'll see a third hatch dropped. So when the mutas pop, you'll have 9 instead of 6. But now Scan, what he's doing here is he just wants faster mutas. So typically your timing to start your missile turrets is about 5 minutes 30 seconds, 6 minutes, 6 minutes 30 seconds. But Terran just scanned him. Oh, he's going for it, man. Look at this. He's got to pull drones. Where's his lings? Okay, so he cleaned this up fairly easily. And the medics are lagging behind again.
For all you Zergs who's sunken up, there you have it, man. One sunk, Zerglings. Let your defensive units be your offensive units. It's going to take out that medic, maybe?
Yeah, good pick.
It's really gruesome when a medic dies. I don't know why they made it like that.
It's because it's a woman.
It like splits 4 different ways. It's because it's a woman?
You know, they're always over dramatic, so.
Controversial.
See, he's really had to cut, that extra barracks coming out, the factory coming up to get a couple missile turrets up early. You're not defending Mutalisk without missile turret
When
support.
you're a Zerg player and you're doing this muta harass, you're going to rally point your mutas
Mm-hmm.
near Terran.
Yep.
Does this accomplish a whole lot? I mean, you take out a few SCVs, you
Yes.
put one depot on fire.
You keep your Terran opponent from making such early siege tanks. If you just go straight lurker play. But now if you look over in Scan's base, you'll see something special. Instead of a Hydralisk Den, he's going for a Queen's Nest. You know what that means?
Hmm.
Guardians.
You think so?
Oh
You
yeah.
know so.
Oh, I know so. I guarantee it.
Hoping queens, man. Hoping for queens. But that
You
wouldn't
know,
make sense, I know.
Queens are probably the most next to
Like
maybe Dark Lord,
underrated.
underrated as hell.
I
Have
love
you seen
queens.
have you seen it?
Brewlings and ensnare, so cool.
And Snare is so good against Marine Medic.
They do the infest, right? On
Yes.
command centers? Is it the queen that does that? So
Hmm.
cool.
Now, Queens for a Zerg player are actually very popular against Terran on money maps, and I'll tell you why. Where that command center stacked right on top of that mineral patch, that's the command center you want to kill most of all. Well, you only have to get it below half health before you can infest it. So you
Oh
just
man.
two groups of mutas or something like that. Just ignore everything else. Focus fire the command center, and then just click that queen right on top and just wait for it to infest. And essentially, it's dead.
I observed a game and someone did that. I think they were semi-pros, and the whole game I was just pulling my hair out because he didn't make one of the what are they called? Infested units or whatever. Like not one. I was like, come on, man. They're kind of like little suicide bombers, aren't they?
Yeah, they're. I don't know. I don't think I ever see those units made
I think they
for good.
cost gas too.
I think
I
it's
thought
the
that's the whole point of making them, man.
100 minerals and 50 gas is what I'm thinking.
Oh, that is kind of expensive. Maybe that's why they didn't make them.
Well, if they die before they explode, it does nothing.
Mind control is another cool spell by well, it's
It's,
Protoss, but
that's a bad spell.
yeah, it never really entered into StarCraft, did it? I think you get to start a whole new supply count with them, right? But it takes too much to start from scratch.
I have seen it done on games where they can't break their opponent, but they want to maybe just turtle up. So like they were Protoss and they mind controlled a drone and got it out somehow.
Dandy's getting picked apart here. That
Yeah,
muta count is pretty high. I
yeah.
wonder if this game's in favor of Scan right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's not been touched all game.
But we've seen this before. Dandy sort of puts up with this, and then
Greater Spire making.
yeah, you're right. Got a lot of mutas. So I'm guessing Terran is gonna
Oh,
scan that, right?
now this I'm not sure if he scanned it or not, but this is interesting. Uh,
I mean, if
Scan,
you see a hive,
yeah, but Scan skipped Lurker Tech. He just went straight for Hydralisk movement speed and range.
yeah, he has seen dens. He hasn't seen any lurkers yet. So I wonder if he's expecting.
Let's see, these are gonna pop here any second now.
If he was expecting them, would he have made rates? Here
Mm.
they are.
Well, I think that's what the Hydras are for. I think this is your GG.
A lot of Marines, though. They might be able to take this on. They
Not a
took
great.
care of the Hydras.
Oh my!
Now they're taking care of the Guardians, and we have a Devourer.
Yes. See, that wasn't really a good irradiate in my opinion. And Scan just needs to hang back behind this ledge. He doesn't need to go over anymore.
I guess the Guardians were better spent engaging in that instead of going behind the mineral lines of Standy's expansion
Why? I don't understand why not. You just
because the
back.
Marines can't reach him, right? But I guess he could counter, and then what is Scan supposed to do? I feel like these Guardians can be taken out pretty easily, but I might
They
be wrong.
can. Guardians are slow and dumb. They'll just float right in the range of your missile turrets.
They're doing good right now, though. They're taking out quite a few Marines. This was a really good move by Scan. Let's see if Dandy can break out somehow. He's lost a lot of Marines.
It's not going to happen, but he's fighting. I got to respect that.
Yeah, he looks pretty contained. Scan has quite a few Hydralisks, too.
Oh yeah.
Vessels don't have that much energy. That bunk's going to go down.
No, I don't think it is.
But
Now
it's full health, Jerry.
now it's going to go down. Look at this hold, man. Props to
Dandy's
Dandy.
really good. Yeah, the way that he saved that was awesome.
Look at this repair. He said, "You ain't taking my bunker down, man. Once that bunker falls, it's over. Over." He's not going to have the minerals to keep it going, though.
He's got quite a few Marines stacking up. I think he just needs a little time, but Scan does have quite a few minerals. He's making more Hydralisks, and 2 more Guardians are about to join in.
Yeah, he's taking another base as well. Meanwhile, Dandy's not been able to leave his base all game. See,
Here we go.
they're going to funnel out of this little area, and it's just not
Right.
good for
They're
Terran.
blocked off. The SCVs were sort of blocking their way as well.
That tank, 7 kills on that tank, man. This bunker's dead. I think that's all she wrote.
Dandy's not going to tap out yet. He has quite a few Marines left. Going to try to break out. 2 more Guardians have morphed.
Okay,
More
see, now that
mutilated
the
Union.
bunker is down, though, he's able to get a bigger spread, but just too much.
It's a good number of SCVs in his main. If he can take care of this and break out, I feel like he's got a fighting chance. I mean,
I don't.
everything that Scan has, he's sent to his base. Oh, that's a good area to try to fight from.
Still just not doing enough damage here, though.
The Guardians, some of them are pretty low health. He is making two more, but it looks like three of the Guardians can easily die. Two of them have full health. But he's making more Guardians. He's got five that are about to finish morphing.
So, did he did he lose that command center?
Yes.
He didn't lift it. I don't know why he's still in the game, man.
He has a command center that he could always lift.
Oh, yeah, it's a good game.
They probably take this as practice too, training, right? For
Yeah.
whatever.
All right.
Don't forget to let your dog in, you suck.
Already did.
It's your dog too, and not just your wife's.
When did you hear me let them out?
I think you left her out one night.
Oh
You
yeah,
forgot
that's
to let
right.
her in. Bad man.
Oh, y'all's fucking memory, man.
Bad man.
All right. Game 5 here on Heartbreak Ridge. On the left side of the map, you've got your red Zerg player Scan. On the the left side of the map. On the right side of the map, you've got your Terran player Dandy.
Yeah, I think it's going to become the official stream of Soul soon. If these are the only players that are going to show up every day.
Uh, See, I really like this map. Are you familiar with this map at all?
I love the name of it.
That's all you know about though.
I've played on it maybe once, but I don't know the details now.
Of course, you've only got this one little narrow passageway right here to get out of. But right next to that, if you look at let's just look at scan space real quick. Right next to that, there's a ramp behind his expansion. If you come down here, you've got this stacked mineral patch, and then right there where it doesn't show it on the map, but there's actually a temple there, and I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's stacked, but it may not be.
So there are only two positions on this map, so you know where your opponent is, and you could rush and time it knowing where
Yes,
the opponent is, right? Is that what we're seeing from Dandy right now?
and when you play competitive like ranked games, a lot of people rush on this map.
And the barracks are being made there because he could easily float it back into his
Yes.
base without losing much time, I
Mhm.
guess, with it being in the air. So it's a safer sort of rush strategy, I'm guessing.
Right.
It's already producing Marines. I'm guessing that SCV is going to go and try to make a bunk. He must be thinking about that SCV being attacked by drones, right? So he might send a backup. Let's see what this SCV is going to do. Is it
Typically,
going to cut off that little? No. Could a bunk, if you make it in between that gap there, could it sort of like block any drones or anything from?
bunkers will never block,
Oh,
but like a depot or a barracks sometimes will. But
I'm
this,
thinking if you send two SCVs there, you make a depot there and then a bunk, and he can't even like get past that depot.
see
But
if they let me pick the next map. Oh, it's I love this other map.
the blue storm,
No, I'm gonna skip Blue Storm tonight. I think
no
I
blue
am.
storm.
I am hoping they let me pick, and I am going to pick. excuse me, Talcross.
Oh
it's
yeah,
a
I love that map. I played quite a few games on it when it was the
it's
ladder map back
it's
when I was playing.
yeah,
It's a great map.
full.
So he floated his barrack back. So what is it that he saw that he felt
He saw the pull first play, and he didn't want to try to rush that.
smart? Most people who rush would just stick to the plan, right? And make it work somehow, but he said no.
Yeah, I mean, Scan has gone fast expansion every game so far. So he was hoping, okay, I'm on a map. I know where my opponent is. I'm gonna try an early barracks.
And Scan probably anticipated that,
Mm-hmm.
guessing. A lot of mind games going on. That's the
That
case. And we're seeing 2 starports being put down. Does Scan suspect 2 starports? Because he saw a factory. He's not going MM. He had to block off with a factory.
he might.
He's
He's
making a
he's definitely
lair and Hydralisk den right now.
he's definitely playing different this game.
My guess is he does know because he's getting Hydras much earlier. Or maybe that's normal to make a Hydralisk den.
Well, against Tech, yes. You want to be able to stop a Vulture or a Wraith play. When you're tearing opponent techs like that, you want to make an early den and just maybe even just a couple of Hydralisks.
Is there anything special about this sunk placement? Some people prefer it really close to their hatchery, and by some I mean just noobs who play public games like myself.
Well, this right here is just so it can hit at all sides of the. If the Vulture tries to do a run by, he's not going to get very far. Even if he runs to the bottom and manages to get away with one hit left, when he comes back
Mm,
up, he's going to get hit again. So that's going to hit
all the
all
right spots.
all the right spots. That's what she said.
Ooh.
See, look, Scan is anticipating Wraith. Look at his main. He's got a Hydralisk with an Overlord sitting right there in case of Cloak or something of the sort.
If
Now,
that wasn't a factory being made there, it was being blocked by something else, maybe he wouldn't suspect
okay,
raids, but I guess you can't block with anything else.
okay. So the top side of the map, we've got a Wraith killing off an Overlord here, and these temples are stacked, I believe. So the only things that could kill those off at a decent pace would be like lurkers, siege tanks, reavers, something with splash damage, actual splash damage, not like Mutalisk splash.
What stacked exactly? Did you say temples?
Temples, those. Yep. If you look at the top right, since he scouted it now, we have vision of it.
Oh, I see. Right.
It's an actual temple. I guess. I guess that's what it's called. Oh, he's about to lose his other overlord here too.
Did you forget about it? Probably. You might lose that one as well. Lost the drone. 2 rounds of shots will take care of a drone. Another one. They have
Yeah.
a
See.
pretty good range.
Yeah. Well, he made sure to get Hydralisk range on his Hydras too because of that.
And he's going to keep making rates. It looks like he's upgrading Cloak, I want to say, and making a second barracks. I'm sorry, his third one. He already has 2.
Yeah. This is your typical follow up because Wraith is very gas heavy. See, his minerals and gas is about even right now. So after a certain amount of race, some good harassment, he's going to switch to Marine Medic. And this is something that Scan does as well. So Scan's going to know that, hey, I know what's coming next. So he may get a lurker or two.
Wow. 1 hit. I think he's killed about 5 or 6.
Let's see here. 8 times 5, that's 40 damage. Yeah, 1 hit.
He didn't make a command center, as in like harass and I can expand, because I'm guessing Scan could just like macro with Hydralisk and attack and he would die, right? Maybe.
Yeah, but not at this point. I mean, his drone
He's
count is low.
those are. I mean, he's got 3 barracks. I
Oh,
guess a factory and 2 starports he's not going to use. More drones. Another overlord.
yeah, he's got cloaked rates now. So,
He really got his money's worth. I think it sucks expanding there, doesn't it? His Hydralisk should have probably climbed up that ramp, no, and just sort of like camped.
well, I mean, then you've got to worry about the bottom. You know,
He's really getting punished here. Like 1 spore would have made.
yeah, and he actually has the Evo chamber. So I'm kind of wondering why he didn't spore to really stave these rates
What I've
down.
noticed about him is he lets his like units be his defense, but he really paid for that. I think he lost over 10 drones.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, units are way better than static defense. How many pro players you see like cannon their nexus like we do, in a
Right,
normal game,
right.
so they obviously know better than we do. But I really feel like since he already had the Evo chamber, he's probably upgrading +1 attack, I would assume. He definitely should have dropped a spore there, I think.
Love how we got lurkers anticipating Marine Medic rush. I mean, players at my level, you'd be lucky if you can just keep your rates alive and do some damage, let alone like, Marine Medic at the same time and attack.
Yeah.
Which Dandy has enough to do that right now. He's just gonna sit at his expansion though.
Yeah. I think he feels like he knows what his Terran opponent, aka Zerg opponent, is expecting him to do. So he's expecting the Marine Medic. So he'd be like, okay, he knows that I'm gonna make Marine Medic after these raids. So he's gonna be ready for it. And he is. He's making 5, 6 more lurkers.
Shout
7.
out to Gypsy for rating us. Thank you very much. This is a Think Quick prize show match, best of 7, between Scan, who's playing under Esagito, and Dandy. Here's the dropship and the rates. Headed to Scan's base.
And I don't think he's ready for this at all. Ooh, this is gonna hurt. And Scan's leaving.
Oh my god.
Oh man. See, something like this happened to me earlier today.
Look at the fast reaction. Didn't
Yeah.
lose a single drone except the one mining gas. That's gonna die. He's back already.
He's gonna snipe this pool. Yeah. Let's see if he sacrifices his stuff for the pool. Oh wow.
Maybe not worth it, but Dandy's sitting pretty comfortably. He's got Marine medics, he's got tanks. Expansion is up.
I wouldn't say that. These races are probably gonna go in and try to pick it. Probably. Well, he's attacking the Overlord instead. He just needs to kill this pool. He could have killed the pool. There you go. Now he's gonna lose one of these races before he kills the pool. Yeah.
One of them has 6 kills, the other one had 4. He did lose a few more. I think he got his money's worth or minerals worth.
Yeah. It's all the drones he killed early on.
Scan has expended in the bottom left.
For those of you that are familiar with Scan's actually playing Zerg this game. And oh my. Faring quite well considering how many drones he's lost this game. He just needs to run and just let this expansion die.
I didn't see this happening. What a comeback from Scan. I felt
Oh,
like Dandy was ahead the whole game.
what is going on here?
This is called Heartbreak Ridge for a reason, my friend.
Oh my. Yeah, I mean, you need to pull your SCVs and, can't repair the tank anymore.
What a tie-breaking map, though. Great map selection by Yusuck. I'm TQOX. I'm accompanied by my friend here. Amateur casting by me. I don't know much about the game or the SC community, but my co-host does. So I'm really happy to have him. Another command center being built. Scan is 1-1 in upgrades.
I'm in awe right now of what is happening.
Another dropship being loaded with Marines and medics, and it's just headed to the middle of the map. I think the Hydras might just get it right now.
Oh man. Oh,
20 HP on the dropship.
it's gone. Scan's gonna cut it off somewhere. Yeah, he found the one Hydralisk left in his base. Watch this. Oh, he stopped paying attention to it. There it goes.
Got it. Unloaded 3 Marines, 2 medics.
Uh,
I feel like the dropship surprise factor has already been spoiled. So this isn't going to do it for him.
guys, if you had seen this game, if 5, 6 minutes ago, you'd have said it was over. But Scan has completely turned that around. Oh my god.
Wow. Yeah.
How many drones do you think Dandy killed of scans and overlords?
Gonna have to watch the video on Prima 1 TTV. Count those drones. Let us know. Don't like how he puts up the score because that was my way of getting him to say something before.
Well, that was a request from one of the viewers. So
Oh, that's cute. He put it on the left side.
if it wasn't Scan and Dandy, I probably would have already been in bed. I mean, if it wasn't Ox and Prima, I would have already been in bed.
First part was right. Is Dandy a more 1v1 or 2v2 known player?
See, I always thought he was more of a one versus one player, but I was apparently mistaken.
Who's Babo's main 2v2 partner then? Is it not Dandy?
It's Dandy. So, but I always thought he was a one versus one
That's
player.
a pretty strong reputation, man, to
I,
be 2v2 and 1v1. Or Scan has that reputation as well, right?
oh yeah, Scan was
And
at the
Scan
top.
plays multiple races.
Yeah, Scan was at the top of two versus two gaming on IC Cup, and I'm pretty sure he got bored with it. You know.
When was that? How many years ago?
Oh man, oh, fuck.
So he's been good for a very long time.
Yeah. Uh,
We're talking about like 2006, 7,
I mean, at least
before?
2011, I think is whenever I
Okay.
I didn't start playing IC Cup until
StarCraft 2 around the time that it came out.
mm, playing IC Cup.
Was he
And
playing from like back in the day when the game came out, or is he younger and he wasn't playing back then? So
I
here's
don't
another proxy Rex too
I
by
don't know if he
me.
started when we did, if that's what you're asking. I may be mistaken, but I
I
don't think.
suspect he's a little younger because I know he went through military service maybe recently or
I know
got out.
I know we're old men, but uh,
So that barrack that he made is kind of far, right? This is an all-in strat. It doesn't seem like he can float this barrack back in case. And Scan is going pool first again.
yeah. Notice he's double SCV scouting here. He's got to find out where his opponent is, and he's got to find out. But now here's the thing:
He's gonna find him on the first
do you remember that little
scout.
trick? You remember that trick you were telling me about that you were hoping would happen on the last map
What trick?
about the block in the ridge?
Oh, right.
You're about to see it.
Oh, he's gonna use his 2 SCVs for that, you think?
He's going to use that one SCV right there, and he could potentially build a depot to block that
The
off.
other one was for scout, but he found him, so he doesn't need to use it.
But it does leave a little bit of a space, I think, for Lynx to go on the bottom. So he would have to actually wedge a SCV in there as well.
So he sees that he got pool first, and he is proxy racks. He's sending out SCVs now. Is this an all-in with SCVs and Marines? Is that what we're seeing?
Now, here's the kicker right here. He's scouting his main base, and he saw that he made a couple of drones instead of Zerglings. So now Scan is probably like, well, shit.
He's put down a creep colony in his main.
Look at this SCV.
I wonder if he might cancel that hatchery. He did. He canceled
Did.
the hatchery.
He's probably going to
He's
send that.
making a lair right now.
He's still going to expand with that drone. I feel he's going to hide it, but this is probably where you either bunker him in. Yep. Okay. And here we go. So Scan's going to have to expand elsewhere, probably down here at this secondary base at the expansion, so he can kind of hold both.
It's probably not worth it for him to continually make maybe 1 or 2 more sunks to reach the bunk, right?
Right.
That's
Right.
that's sunking in too much minerals. Um, Scan looks like he is going to expand at 6 o'clock. Dandy has an SCV in the middle of the map,
And he's
just
putting up
chilling.
this depot right here.
I see. So that's what you were anticipating, huh? Oh, takes out the SCV. He's got another one to finish there. Pulled back some of his other SCVs, didn't he? Fire being made. He floated his barrack back, made a second one.
Yep. Now, if Scan can keep this expansion on the bottom hidden, he'll be in a good place.
It's really interesting to me where he made his barrack. I mean, it was kind of far from his wall, and I'm guessing a lot of thought went into like how far you make it, close to the bridge.
The thing is
It must be perfectly timed, I'm guessing.
Marines are so slow. They walk so slow.
Oh, that must be it, right?
SCVs are way faster. So if you actually send that SCV out, and then the further you make the barracks, the closer the Marines are when they come out. So he really wanted that early pressure on Scan to stop that expansion. Now Scan played that right though. If he didn't cancel that expansion, it was 100% dead. Yeah,
Right.
let's hear from you guys. What do you what do the observers think the direction this game's going to go? Is Scan going to pull this out, or is this contained and him losing that early expansion just going to hurt too much? Well, I think everybody's rooting for Dandy this game because they want to see one more.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm
I,
reading for.
I know I am. The thing is we've seen something different almost every single game today.
Yeah,
I
that's
think,
why I kind of want to see where this goes. They're actually a good matchup for each other.
I think there were two games that were similar, but
That supply depot never finished, and he purposely did that so he can cancel it, huh?
mm-hmm, yeah,
Cancels it early.
I think that was a little early in my opinion to cancel it, but maybe he just didn't want to keep paying attention to it either.
Right.
Maybe he wanted the minerals back for an upgrade. Who knows? Oh, now Dandy sees this hidden expansion, and he has got to drop a couple sunkens somewhere. He's got to have this gassing
5
down.
mutas. Those 3 Marines are going to be picked up.
Yeah, but he's got a whole group going to the bottom. But maybe he's second guessing it. He wants to group them up before he goes, or
Might break that bunk. Dandy has to be very careful what he does here.
he's got to make another sunken in this expansion, or it's
These
dead.
2
Oh no,
medics
he's going
are
for it.
coming back.
He's going straight to protect his base.
I don't think he has enough to take on that many mutas. Am I wrong?
Let me see here. There's only 7 mutalisks, so with that sunken support, I think he can hold it okay.
He's got 3 more Marines coming, but I think they're going to be picked off.
But see, this base is so unprotected. I mean, he can run all the way around if he wants to the backside. Oh, he got a Marine and a medic.
Doesn't have enough to take care of that sunk.
We're going to take a couple shots here from the sunken.
And he's getting picked apart by the mutas. I feel like it was a bad move. He's lost a good chunk of his army.
Oh, my. Okay, now see, essentially what we're looking at here is Dandy's a one-basing Terran that's lost his first army, and Scan's up and running.
I think it would have been better for him to save that, maybe expand, or maybe just mass up and then go for the main. Because he just lost a lot of units, right? He kept sending a few there. He had a few in the bunker.
Mm-hmm.
He has less units than Zerg. I think Scan might just take this. I don't have a good feeling for Dandy. But last game, we felt like Dandy was ahead.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about Scan. Like, he's great at coming back. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if Dandy can do that as well. If that makes sense.
Right. I mean, Danny's a very capable player, but
Well, he keeps sending out these bundles of units and they get picked off, right? And he's back to square one.
Well, right now he's looking at a 12 Marine count against 11 Mutalisks. I just don't see that being in his favor.
Right. He really, I think, needs to mass up and have strong
Now,
army.
now I will say this: if he manages to cancel this expansion, he'll be okay. He's got Science Vessel coming up. He's making a fourth barracks.
He's going all in here. Just one base.
Oh, good
Okay.
God,
Decent
some of the
damage.
mutants.
Too many.
There's a lot of mutas to
Yeah, +1 armor.
yeah.
And he has +1 attack.
Now we saw this the first game. Was it the first game or the second game? Where what map was that? Destination?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Where he was just a one basing Terran for almost the entire game. Well, half of it, I should say, at least. And it
Shout
was
out to Albert. Sorry.
oh, you're all right.
I
This
didn't
muta
let you finish. Go
control,
ahead.
this muta control is insane. But they're weak.
Yeah, but
They're falling, man. Look at this. Yeah, they're falling. Now Scan does have 7 more mutalisks to come back
it's
to the
kind of all
settlement.
he has, though, huh? I mean, it seems like he's really ahead, but yeah, those are a lot of mutas coming. I wonder if Dandy is just going to make a huge comeback. Psychologically, I feel like he's really behind here. But this game
I mean,
fools me over and over.
yeah, I mean, we're looking at a all in from Dandy, but if you look at Scan's base, he has no other tech. If he would,
Yeah, right. But Dandy has no other units.
well, yeah, Dandy keeps going out, and I think that's going to be his downfall. He keeps losing groups of Marines and medics back and forth, back and forth. And I think if he just sat and built up like you were talking about earlier, gets a good irradiate off here, then
Might
goes.
say GG. I hope not.
Oh man, look at this split, dude!
So
My
fast, eh?
God. Shout out to Cilio.
I didn't know they had a premium channel. Isn't everything just free?
Well, Ox is living the life as we found out. This
Well, a lot of it is just free content everywhere. But I guess some people pay.
oh man. Okay. This hurts. There we go. So he lost the barracks.
Mutas are 1-1 right now in upgrades.
Still just pumping Mutalisk. But look at this map coverage. Prime, if you would, if you can, just for a second, just click on Salty Dandy for just a second. And look how little of a map you lose. Oh my god, dude. I'm a Zerg player and I fucking hate Mutalisks. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. That was all right. He's got a lot more. Oh my god, he's got 12 more right behind it. This is GG, ladies and gentlemen.
I think we're gonna see GG very soon.
Hmm. I
Maybe
mean,
not.
Danny's almost mined out though, man. Maybe we'll see a boxer play where he just lifts his main CC to Texas expansion.
He's got +2 attack upgrades on his Marines.
Hmm. See, I'm pretty sure these mutas are about to get another upgrade soon too. See, that splash, man. Ricochet, whatever you want to call it. He's starting to eat these mutas up a little bit. He
I
just
guess it's not
replaced.
worth it to make a Valkyrie, huh? There it is. He fought to the last Marine. So
God.
that's going to wrap up our third show match and final one. 4-2 for Scan.
Yeah. Let's see resources here. Gas mined over double.
Gonna just thank him